I don't think there is any reasonable government that will be sharing $10 in a month to a household, not an individual, to a household, to a family to eat in 1 month as palliative. There is no government in the world that could do that at this very moment where we have inflations from around the world. But Nigerian case is always different because Nigerians are people who support people who are oppressing them. Nigerians are people who support those who want to kill them. They support people who don't care about them. They support those who don't even know what they are going through. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is borrowing billions of naira and he has allocated 70 billion as palliative to the legislatures, the Senate and the House of Rep. 70 billion naira is not 70 million, it's not 7 million. I'm talking about billions. And you could see the speed at which these legislatures approve this money. No matter how hard the economy of Nigeria will be, these legislatures will always survive it. So palliatives is not supposed to be targeted at these people who have money. Palliatives is supposed to be to people who don't even have food, who don't even have money. But that is by the way. Now, the second thing I want to talk, in this political atmosphere where the court case is going, where the heat of the 2023 general election is still flaming, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is allocating 35 billion naira to the judiciary. And Nigerians have perceived this as bribe. I will come to talk to that later. And he has allocated some money that he said he will be paying 8,000 naira to 12 million households. In other words, even though you people are 12 a number, 6 a number in a family, 8,000 naira will be given to you in a month. And dollar today is $1 to 800. That is to say that Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be giving you and your household $10 in a month. Now, let's be honest to ourselves. Such palliative was done in 2020 during COVID-19 era. So that 2020-2021, federal government said they are going to share 200 billion under Muhammadu Buhari. But believe me, as usual, the money was embezzled. There is no household that receives such money. No palliative, nothing. It's just an avenue to load the treasury. That was what really transpired. Now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the same APC government, has also come to do the same thing, borrowing, huge amount, above 500 billion naira, just for palliative. And this is borrowing for consumption. Mr. Peter Obi has always condemned the borrowing for consumption. I think there are other better things that the federal government could do that would benefit the poor masses. Why can't they declare free education at all levels and use the money to pay for school fees for students? It will lessen the hardship. Why is it that federal government won't remove like the NEPA bills that you're supposed to pay in 3 months and say, no, nobody should pay NEPA bill because things are hard now? Why won't they remove so many other things like that? They'll bring the price low so that the poor masses will benefit directly from this palliative they want to share. But as usual, they will not do that. And they want to pass this money from one hand to the... See, it's not because somebody is talking, because this APC government, somebody is not supporting it. This money will never get to you watching me. This money will never get to you. If you think that this money will get to you, the one they shared in 2020 for COVID-19, did you receive it? Honestly, your answer is no. Nobody received it. So it is so unfortunate that at this very point in time, the federal government want to start borrowing for consumption, which everybody has been condemning. And this money they want to borrow, it only make our local currency to be getting weak. Naira will continue to fall drastically. And there is nothing like increasing production. There is nothing like increasing the output of our product. Because somebody that you will give 8,000 naira to eat in a month, 8,000 naira will not be able to buy fuel for the person a month, neither rice. No, you could call it a support, but that support is baseless. It will cost the federal government treasury, but it will never affect the lives of the people. That is what I'm talking about. This palliative, they will say they want to share, they want to do it is not fair, it is not good. I condemn it. It is not good. So the hasty approval of the legislatures is also alarming. Is it because that federal government want to give them 70 billion from that amount? No, it's so unfortunate. This shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen at this moment. The treasury is already leaking. There are inflations. So if you are borrowing more to give them, you are even causing them more pain because Naira will continue to fall. Naira will continue to fall. And when the Naira is falling, these people will continue to suffer because the machine you're supposed to buy for 500,000 will go to 800,000. And the tronings you're supposed to buy for 20 will go to 50,000. So you'll be thinking that these people are just borrowing to help you. No, they are borrowing to make sure that things will continue to be expensive. So I don't know who is advising federal government when it comes to financial issues, but I think it's not wise to borrow for consumption at anywhere. It's not wise at all. Because first of all, we fought the process at which the money will be disbursed. It will not get to people, even people who needed it. The money will not get to them. So these are the issues, these are the problems we are having. So it's not fair. It's not fair. And the issue of the money that they allocated to the judiciary. So many people perceive it to be a bribe. So many people said that 5 billion is too much for judicial officials and 70 billion is also too much for the legislatures. It's too much. If you calculate how many judicial officials we have in Nigeria, divide them with 35 billion, how many million one person will take in a month? How many millions in a month one person will take? Then what will happen to teachers? Why is it that the judiciary and the legislatures, they are giving this big amount of money? What is going on? Is there anything that we are not aware that is going on? I don't know. The judiciary, the legislatures are taking this huge amount of billions. And this money, I don't really know how many judicial officials we have. I don't know the legislatures, how they are going to share it. But you see, these people will carry millions. They will carry it individual. Why you yourself, they will be sharing 8,000 that will never get to your account to you. It is time for Nigerians to think. It is time for us to think. See, if we continue like this, how long are we going to continue? Things is already high. When you go to the market, even to afford food, it's so expensive. It's so expensive. And some people will also come out and begin to talk that the federal government is trying, the federal government is doing this, the federal government is doing that. All these things will not help them to bring good electricity, to build good road. So we should rather look for solution instead of creating more problem. Because this palliative, do not think that it is something good, that they are going to give you 8,000. It is not something good. I rest my case. Until we meet again on my next video, I am Okochapi myself. Thank you.